Make sure it's recording. So welcome everyone to another episode of my client success stories from Kid Fitness, which is myself, Luciano Kid. This afternoon we have the lovely and amazing client Helen. Helen, thank you very much for coming on this afternoon and sharing your personal journey together with me for the last 4 years, coming up to the last 4 years as a client, and hopefully today's story with yourself can inspire or help another, female client, prospective female client, or anyone out there looking at this video to obviously improve their fitness and look and feel better on a daily basis. So I guess the way to start it is give a brief introduction yourself, Helen.
Sure. So I'm a solicitor for my day job. So I have a very sedentary job. That means I sit in front of a computer 5 days a week, often for long periods of time. And actually probably over the last year, I've been even more sedentary because I've been working from home rather than walking around an office. So yeah, from that point of view, I need to move. So in my out of work mode, I like to get up and do fitness because otherwise I'm very, very sat still for a lot of the day.
Excellent. And a lot of people watching this can resonate as well, because the last, since March 2020, a lot of people have been working from home. So having a personal trainer, from a virtual perspective, has been a very, godsend, as you probably see later on in the interview.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question will be, what was your situation like before we started working together? And what made you choose to use my services?
So I was a member of a local gym, and I would go to classes generally in the week and then use the gym at weekends. But I really would just focus on cardio. I didn't really know what I was doing with weights. I'd have a go, but I'd never know if it was too light, too heavy. There was no kind of structure to it. And so when my friend said, I'm turning 40, I fancy trying personal training, do you want to do it with me? I jumped at the chance because, to be honest, I'd seen personal trainers working in the gym and thought, oh, that looks good, but never quite had the confidence to go forward with it. So having a good friend to try it with was the perfect chance to do it. So, and the rest really is history, because we did it together for about a year and then she couldn't do it anymore, but I've carried on, and yeah, that was definitely the right decision.
Excellent. And have those 4 years has been awesome indeed, isn't it?
Yes, I've really enjoyed it. Well, I wouldn't still be doing it nearly 4 years on if I didn't enjoy it. So
definitely. Cool. I guess looking back, did you have any reservation, if any, what was working with me at the start?
I guess it was whether I would enjoy it, really, not having ever done it before. Would I actually enjoy weight training, or would I think it was dull and boring and too repetitive? Would I get on with you? Would I, find that I had a connection and feel comfortable having the training sessions with you? But very quickly, given the structure to the sessions, and particularly doing it with a friend to start with, it was quickly something I really look forward to each time. So I think my reservations were quickly diminished after the first few sessions.
Excellent. As always, I try and put my clients at ease from the get-go. It's never really about me as a personal trainer. It's more about you, the clients, or the clients them, what they come to achieve, what they're looking to achieve, more than my own personal, ego as a personal trainer. It's all about you, the client, and you can testify to that as well.
Yeah, you're always in a good mood. I've never done a session where you've not been in a good mood. If I come to the sessions and I've had a really hard day, after about 5 minutes, we're laughing, we're having fun, and I finish and it's the best hour. And I say to you quite regularly, don't I, at the end, I've needed that, after a busy day. So yeah.
Good to hear, even 4 years on.
Yeah.
Excellent. I guess for the audience out there, you can tell them what has been the process like working together thus far?
Yeah, really good. I think you're always asking for feedback, so I feel like I'm involved in my own training with you. It's, you listen to me say things like, I like the variety, so you mix it up, regularly, so we're never doing the same thing every single session. So it's great, and I'm never bored, therefore. And the fact that, you lent me equipment so I could carry on over the last year has been fantastic. So yeah, it's been
excellent.
Really good.
Well, as a personal trainer, as I always say, like it's all about you, the client. It's not necessarily about this creating variety and having fun within the workout, while also having a structured workout is key to longevity within whatever you're doing, whether it's in business, life, or in the gym. You have to have a bit of variety, but at the same time with structure that's help listen to you as a client, what you need, and obviously put that into a process or a structure or a program that you can get results going forward. Because for me as a personal trainer, it's always looking not at the short term, but well into the future. Can I see this person doing this thing? Because my motto is always, it has to be sustainable for you to enjoy, for you to get results going forward.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Excellent. I guess what was, like, let me say, hurdles that we have in the last couple of months, weeks, or years, and how did we come over those in last, let me say, 4 years, in last year, for example?
Well, yes, I mean, I think probably the biggest hurdle that actually turned out not to be so much of a hurdle was the lockdown in March, but you thought about it, and that very evening that Boris announced we all had to stay at home, you were at my house dropping off equipment, which I still have now. So that was brilliant, because the chance to carry on the training has just been fantastic. It's been so good for my mental health to be able to carry on doing that. And remote training has worked probably better than I ever thought it could. So, you know, that certainly has been the most recent hurdle, but actually it hasn't been. And there've been a lot of benefits to being able to work out from home. So,
excellent. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, at the same time, I have like, it's amazing. Like, obviously, I've been like, over the last couple of years, I've been trying to get some clients to do like virtual training and stuff like that. Some of them right now have been like hooked on the whole process, because, like, for example, like yourself, I haven't seen you in person since last March, actually. You know what I mean? And has been going really from strength to strength as well, isn't it?
Yeah, no, so, definitely.
Cool. I guess over the last 4 years or so, what has been one or two of the best results you have had using my services, working together?
Well, I'm definitely stronger, and I've got as evidence Exhibit A. And that I broke the other week during an exercise. I was so proud of that. It was a She-Ra moment, I think. So I'm definitely stronger than I was 4 years ago. I never would have been able to do that.
Excellent.
Before then. I'm definitely more toned overall. It's helped my posture. Although I fear the last year of sat at my home desk has undone some of that good work. But my posture is definitely better from being stronger all over the body. So yeah, it's definitely proved its worth to do it, and how important it is to do weight training as well as cardio, for example.
Excellent. So I guess all in all, you could say you have achieved your goal well beyond your time frame you set out for initially.
Yeah, I guess I never really thought how long it would take. I suppose it took longer than I thought, but then these things always do. So yeah, and I suppose I got a few injuries along the way. I've never been to a physio until I turned 40, but then I wasn't doing weights until then. So inevitably your body's thinking, what are you doing? But it's all been good. Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, definitely. But I guess with guidance from myself and obviously listening to you, I've structured a program to incorporate both obviously strength training, mobility and flexibility, yes, as well in between, whether we together or outside the session as well.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. I guess my another question would be like, what will you say to someone who is probably on the fence, maybe listening to this, who doesn't know who Lucian is or what Kid Fitness is about? What will you recommend my service or not?
I would say take the plunge, give it a go. Actually, it was the best decision I made. And as I say, I wouldn't still be doing it nearly 4 years on if I wasn't finding it beneficial, I wasn't enjoying it. So I would say go for it.
Excellent. Anyone listening out there, please don't be shy. Just ring me up. I'm ready to go. Cool. I guess my last question for this afternoon is, do you think as a male trainer, coach, you think I have the knowledge and the know-how to deal with a female client on a day-to-day basis who doesn't know me and was starting out as well?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think it should put off any females to work with a male trainer. I think that, you work with enough other women that you have the knowledge to know how our bodies work and the sorts of things we should focus on. So no, that never really was a consideration, I have to say. I never sort of thought, well, if I had a personal trainer, they'd have to be a woman. It's more about the personality of the individual you're working with. Gender kind of is part of that, but equally for me, it wasn't the sort of top priority. So, but then I can't really take credit because it wasn't me that found you, it was my friend. So,
cool. And at least at the end of the day, I usually ask you, please, at the end of all exercise, isn't it?
Yes, very polite.
Cool. I guess that's the Caribbean in me, as we should say.
Oh, always happy, always smiling and giggling. It's great. It's just just the tonic you need.
Excellent. Thank you very much this afternoon, Helen, for sharing your personal journey over the last, as I said, almost 4 years together. And it has grown from strength to strength from day one. And I guess the main thing is, like, what I want to say to someone watching this now is what we share together as a coach and client. It's quite hard to sometimes get that across when you like having a consultation or interview with a prospective clients. And you only can get these, let me say, benefits or results or goal by actually going through the process, because no, let me say, sales start, because I'm not salesy. I usually say, this is what I have, this is who I help. Let's begin the journey, and it's a yes and no day. And a lot of time is only, and let me say, looking back, like for example, like having a conversation like this from day to day, week to week, that you can actually see how the journey has progressed over years, months, weeks, and days. And you can't really get that initially in a sales call, or say like a face-to-face consultation. You just have to start the journey. So I guess at the end of the day, I would like to say to anybody who's looking at this, yes, you too can get these results. Whether you're looking to get stronger, get fitter, just become healthier, lose weight, just so you can look and feel better on a daily basis. And all it just basically needs is picking up the phone, dropping an email, maybe contacting me on Facebook, and getting the journey started. And as you can see from Helen's story this afternoon, I could definitely help you. And it's a journey. It's not like, I guess, a quick fix. I know a lot of people are always into that because we live in a social media era where everything can be instantaneous. One can see before and after, and you think, well, it's going to happen for me just like that. But the main thing is obviously starting and being consistent, being patient, and having time going forward. Will you agree with that, Helen?
I would. You too can be strong enough to snap a resistance band if you work hard enough.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. I'm much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you.